I guess you could say that. But like, I don't know. Generally Vol Orbs either do nothing or they ruin the item. There's also a ton of prefixes you can hit with Vols. Like, reduced chance to be shocked or ignited. +1, +2 socketed Vol gems. Other prefixes: grants level 8 clarity, grants purity of ice, purity of lightning, purity of fire, purity of element. There's a bunch of shit. Shield and standard, there's like 6x. I think they're like 3x. I actually run these for XP on this character though, not anything else. It's the best XP zone I can use, or I can do. This zone usually gives me around 35, 36 mil an hour. Yeah, I'm at 35 right now. But if I chain T15 maps at like 2 minutes per map, I only get like 10 mil, so... I don't know, better do Chalupa, right? Which endgame do I advise you to do? Any endgame that's like you can do more than 4 times. Doesn't matter what you do, you just have to do it more than 4 times. You will make currency doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over, as long as you do it more than 4 times. You can't base your profit margins off the first 4 runs. That's not how this game works. Unless you're just incredibly lucky. One sec, cut names, I can't check when I'm in Chalupa. You got your mirror in Uber Lab? Yeah. If you do the RMG command, you can see the clip. It dropped out of the chest in Uber Lab. Will you start having music on stream? No. If I want to upload full VODs to YouTube, I can't have music. Which sucks, but whatever. Nothing. Chalupa number 2, let's go. Nobody uses chaos on standard? No, it just happens sometimes. Exalts go up and down depending on who wants to manipulate the market hardest, right? They usually stay around 80 to 90 C. But this league they spiked to 120. People use Chaos on standard, I think, more than any other league. Yeah, lack of Xana map mods is also a thing. Because we don't have access to like Nemesis or Bloodlines or Parandis, none of the fun map mods from Xana. People aren't mapping as much on standard with Chaos, so the Chaos is worth less. Much less demand. This map's actually giving me so many drops that I'm like failing the run because I need to keep clicking loot. So I'm just not gonna loot anymore. Need to focus on the timer. Why is it ghosted? Results are under 100 C in league. Yeah, as of like yesterday. They were 110 plus most of this week. They just dropped. Like in the last couple of days, I don't know why. They were over 100 in League, longer than they were over 100 in Standard this League. So you can't really use the Xana thing there either. I guess you kind of can, since you have access to League Stones, you don't need to use as much Xana mods, maybe? I don't know. Do you think this character is Shaper viable without OP here? Anything Shaper viable? As long as you know the fight. Nothing again, rip. Chalupa number 3. Alright, don't loot this time. Focus on the timer. Do you think someone who's killed Shaper with Hala is able to kill Shaper? I think those are the questions you should ask yourself, not a random streamer you see on the internet. If you did it with Hala, I'm assuming you're comfortable with Flask management, sorry. You're reliant on Vigtars for Leech. The build is the same, otherwise you stack Lightning Pen. So, up to you, dude. The fuck, man? Do ghosts give timer? I think I just got timer from that ghost. Yeah, reduce character size on jewels is pretty fun. That's how you make the tiny character, dude. You can also get cannot be silenced on jewels, which is kind of nice, but definitely not needed ever. There's like 2 sources of silence in this game. The tormented spirits that do hex font type thing, and then actually hex font characters or monsters. Nothing else though. I've only had like one experience in this game with being affected by silence and not liking it. Because like I play a lot of attack-based characters, but I was playing Mjolnir Discharge a long time ago with Juggernaut Mjolnir Discharge, and like if you get silenced you can't discharge, you can still attack. I was just really confused as to what the fuck was going on. Max reduced character size is, I think it's related to how many jewel sockets you can get max, which I think is like 19 or something. Fuck, dude. Nothing again? Come on.